Well, usually the clip will play, but I can't even find my clip. There you are. Well, we're here. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Welcome to ZeerTalks, guys. You know what I'm saying? Inshallah, you guys are all good. Big up to those who raided from Amar's channel, because I was in his chat and he did say he'd raid me. Well, that's a bit of a mad one, but here we are. Guys, you know exactly what to do. Subscribe, press alarm bells for future content notifications, like, comment your way. Go check socials, and inshallah, you're well wherever you may be. I'm not going to lie, man. It ain't looking good. Because this week, we had a lot going on here. And I mean a lot. I'm talking Mr. Uli Honeß. He had a lot to say, guys. And we're going to go through every single thing he said, at least Bayern related. There's going to be probably one or two that's not. But it does link to Bayern in a way, but it actually doesn't directly. And we're going to have a say on it. So you know what? I say we get it started. But guys, come on, man. Don't make me go get the slipper. Why is there 2 likes and 7 of you in here? Why? Are we going to do this again? We're going to do this again, aren't we? Yeah, we are. We're going to do this again. Guys, later on, if I don't see the likes up, you know what's up. But anyway, I say we get started. Yeah. Uli Honeß. Oh my God. Oh my God. Actually, you know, I need to start titling over. Actually, no, let it be. Let it be. This brother, he just never fails to disappoint, does he? Actually, bun this. He never fails to disappoint, does he? Because this guy, he actually has the gall to speak. But let's read this piece of news. Now, obviously, as you can clearly see, this is about Ten Hag. Now, this is one of them indirect ones I was talking about here, because I always wanted to show you guys how a rival of ours, who's not supposed to have as much standard, has more standard than us so far. Crazy, isn't it? Honeß on Leverkusen sacking Ten Hag. They changed half the team over the summer. I have to say, I was surprised they dismissed the coach after 2 match days. They might have had to consider that well. Brother, it's called setting a standard. Yeah. The reason why Bayer Leverkusen sacked Ten Hag, because this brother, and I mean it, yeah, he did not do his job in the first 2 games. And now, yes, granted, I understand. Rolfe said that what was it? He said that he wants Ten Hag to get the results with a 3 in the back, while the brother, Ten Hag, actually not even a bun Ten Hag, wanted 4 at the back. Okay, and what? Do your job. Do your job. Didn't do it. They bottled a 3-1 lead to Werder Bremen. Like, you know what I mean? And they lost as well to Hoffenheim 2-1. At home, granted, by the way. So, come on, we ain't doing this. We ain't doing this, Uli Honeß. Yeah, it's called setting a standard. Simple as that. Yes, is it too soon to sack? Sure. But guess what? They're being safe than being sorry. Whereas us, what do? We've lately been backing mediocrity. Now, I do have to admit, Vincent Kompany is improving. So we are, to a degree, hitting one check mark. Hey, improve tactics. Whee! Tick. Yeah. Now, how about you, improve on the, in-game management? Like when to substitute players on, what type of players to substitute on, who to start, who not to start, and what type of game. No, can we actually do that? That would help us a lot. This is just my opinion. I don't know about you guys. I that's what I think. But hey, that's my thoughts on the whole matter. Hell, I might need to have to make this a video. But hey, that's one thing. Now, I say we move on. Yeah, and guys, how many likes are we on? Let's see, how many likes are we on? 5. Okay, you know what? I don't need to go get the ship. Well, I don't need to go get the ship. Thank God. You guys are doing your jobs fantastically so far. The more I don't see you, man, doing your jobs, the ship come out, bro. Yeah, this is how it is. Man said y'all definitely didn't fleece Chelsea on CJ. Wait. Oh, Phineas, big up. Bro, to be honest, I think we did get fleeced. But then again, we will get to that, though. We will get to that, Phineas. Don't worry, we will get into that one. But yeah, listen, 10 haram, sacked. By the way, for those who don't know, this interview or whatever, it was done in the show in Germany. It's called Doppelpass. Apparently, it's like this 30th edition of their show. And they wanted a special guest. They got in Uli Honeß, our head of supervisory board. For those who don't know what I'm on about or what was going on. Now, let's get to the spicy conversation. Because on this one, I'm going to have to make it a video as well. So, yeah, that's why there's no banner, no nothing. You get me? I'm going to try to start, cutting streams and whatever and making into videos. But, hey, listen. I say we get to this piece of news. Uli Honeß reveals that Nicholas Jackson and his agent took over $3 million of loan fee, so Bayern only had to pay 13.5. Now, apparently, I was watching I was watching what's his name? Honeß from Chelsea. Honeß Talks Football, the Chelsea fan. And when he read a news from Matt Law, it turns out it was around 1 million. So it's claiming that this is a lie. I wouldn't be shocked because this brother would be covering things up. Now, this situation is not really as bad as it was initially, the 16. However, it's still bad. It's still bad. You guys thought I was going to say it's not a bad situation. No, it's still a very bad situation. But you know what? I say we move on to the next one. Yeah, because there's more Jackson news. There is. You see? This bit and now this bit. Right? Now, it says, and I quote from Uli Honeß himself about the option to buy thing. The option to buy comes mandatory if Jackson starts 40 games. 40 games. Honeß says he will never do them. Can I ask a genuine question here? Is it just me, or is this somewhat of a cover-up, first of all? Like, is it actually false that it takes 40 starts? Secondly, because apparently it could be 40 games. Secondly, and here's another question. Do you all think that this brother is jumping overboard when it comes to being outspoken about like the whole Nicholas Jackson thing. Because as much as I don't want Nicholas Jackson, right? As much as I don't want the brother, the guy we should have never considered him in the first place. We should have just paid the money for Adamella Lukman and get him in. Khalas. Problem solved. However, if I am in Nicholas Jackson's shoes, and if I'm in the agent's shoes, I got just think of it a second. Why? How am I thinking about my own head of the supervisory board of the club I just joined after all this efforts I've done to try to join that club on loan because I wasn't happy at Chelsea? I want everybody to think of this, because this brother had no consideration whatsoever about what could be going through the player's mind after all that. I don't think he cared. I don't think he gave a damn. This brother, listen, I appreciate people that are outspoken. I appreciate that people, have to try to tell the truth and all that stuff, yada, yada, yada. But this is one of them situations. The brother this brother didn't even kick a fucking football yet. And we're out here saying, well, what are we out here? We're out here dissing the player already. Don't get it twisted. Us fans, we have every right to say how we feel about the player. You are in charge of the brother. Yeah, you are his boss. And you're saying that. That's absolutely ridiculous, bro. This brother has lost his touch. Don't get it twisted. Again, I rate him being outspoken, but that guy, he's losing his touch in terms of how to deal with things in today's society, bro. Like, if this was back in early 2000s, the 90s, the 80s, the 70s, and you know why I bring that up? Because he started being in charge back in the 70s, late 70s. Do your research, right? Like, genuinely speaking, this brother has been around all this time, and he's trying to be the same guy. It ain't gonna work in 2025. Fix the fuck up or get the fuck out of here. It's simple as that. It's not that complicated. I swear to God. But this guy has the gall to chat from his ass every single fucking time. Bro, I swear, don't do your fucking research, bro. This brother has been around since, bro, I don't even think Hulk Hogan started his WWE career when this brother started being in charge of Bayern München. I guarantee you, bro. And by the way, regardless, whatever you think of Hogan, God rest his soul. However, the point is, this brother's been in charge for this long, and he's trying to bring the same mentality of the past to today when running a football club. It's not going to work. It's not going to work, because unfortunately, people in today's society, and hell, Jester, you're in the chat. Yeah, I'm not dissing you, brother. You are an old man. Yeah, I'm not dissing you. I'm just saying you're hitting old age, right? You, my friend, can tell me your thoughts on what I think here, but younger people have just gotten softer. They just have. You know what I'm saying? So, while you're getting there, there you go. So, my thing is, you can't be treating certain people such ways. Why do you think, for example, I'll give you a good example since Jester's in the chat, and I guess Phineas is a wrestling fan because I see he's saying this is big Hogan. Damn. A question, yeah. Vince McMahon. Why do you think Vince McMahon couldn't cope as time went on? Obviously, because he's a scumbag, but because he just couldn't cope with dealing with younger personalities. He just couldn't. That brother was thinking he was back in the early 90s or late 90s, bro. He thought it was Attitude Era in 2022. I'm not joking. That's why so many young talent just decide to dip and go AEW. Because of that mentality. Uli Honeß is acting like the same. It's just pathetic, bro. It's generally pathetic. This is me. And by the way, I'm defending Nicholas Jackson when I shouldn't be. Because I shouldn't be seeing this brother in my club. But I'm seeing him in my club because this brother wanted a loan. And we're paying, I don't care if it's 13.5, I couldn't give a damn. You're telling me that amount for loan? Not transfer fee. Loan? Poor decision making. I'm sorry, it's pathetic. Uqsim billah al-azim, it's pathetic. And this is why we are where we are. Because Uli Honeß is just a stubborn asshole. That's what it is. That's just all what it is. Anyway, I say we move on. Because to be really honest, this bro, I just can't believe this guy, bro. This guy, man, the gall to even say such things, bro. It's just it baffles me. It actually baffles me, man. Seriously. But you know what? I say we move on, though, guys. Right? That's how we move on, because there's more. There's more, guys. Oh, he's bro. He's definitely a bro. I'll tell you this for free. Yeah, this brother. Chester, guess, bro. This brother. This is all he's doing right now, bro.
It's the biggest piece of dog shit that I have ever heard. Everyone's laughing, by the way, but it's true because everybody's heard it too. Everyone heard it, right? They look at all. Everyone's like, yeah, big piece of dog shit.
Bro, he is out of touch. Oh, bro, don't worry. There's a lot of things we need to talk about when it comes to this fucking fraud. Absolute fucking donkey, bro. And then people wonder why we're getting rejected by Bear transfers or like by Bear clubs and that. This is why. Or it's not clubs, players, sorry, and that. This is why. Because of the mentality. Man said, yo, smashing machine getting high. What do you mean smashing machine? Oh, shit. Oh, yeah. I think, is it the one that The Rock, what was it? There was one film The Rock went to a premiere for and he was crying. Is it that one? If it's that one, then it kind of makes sense. Because I actually didn't get it at the time, I'll be honest. When he was crying and all that, I didn't get it. But, hey, it is what it is, bro. It is what it is, bro. Final boss crying, bro. Man said Mark Kerr. Who the fuck is that? Who? Bro, I need to get the Stone Cold thing. Like, what? What? Oh, I'm saying yes. Okay. Anyway, let's go to this one. Oh, yeah. This. Oh, yeah. Oh, definitely. Oh, definitely. What? Man, you know what? Yeah, let's keep this in over here while I read this, because this describes everything. Oh, bro, just allow it, man. Yeah, we're very satisfied at FC Bayern. We are the real winners of the summer transfer window. Huh? What? What, bro? Generally.
Shut up, bitch!
Oh my god! Real winner, my ass. Anyway, let's continue. Let's fucking continue, man. Because this is getting pathetic. We have a strong team and didn't need to strengthen it. Subhanallah. We didn't need to strengthen it much. Bro, I beg, Honeß, please, Honeß, I beg Allah, please tell me, like, you're lying. I need you to tell me you're lying from your teeth, yeah, and you're not speaking the truth, bro. Because if you think this is speaking the truth, oh my days, we are finito, bro. It's time to play the clip, baby. It's time to play the clip. Run it up.
You're finished.
Yeah, you're finished. Actually, let's play it one more time.
You're finished. Wallahi, you're finished.
It's what happens when you spam. But anyway, let's continue though. But yeah, okay, don't need to strengthen it. Yeah, sure. Of course, we would have liked to have Florian Wirtz. Yeah, well, maybe if you were more active in getting the deal done before all the madness happened, we probably would have gotten him. But of course, you, my friend, Mr. Cheap Ass, cheapskate, you just like to, chill, be patient, and everything will come through, right? Everything will come through, every single thing. Yeah, all the stars will align if we wait. Didn't happen. Didn't happen. Nope, it did not happen. Yeah, see, this is what I'm talking about right here. This is exactly what I'm talking about. But we'd never have bought him for 150 million. Well, guess what, brother? The market is inflated. Yes, is he performing poorly? Sure he is. However, who cares? Everyone saw him as a top talent at Bayer Leverkusen, or as I like to call them, Neverkusen. Yeah, and I'm sorry, when you see such things, who cares about the value? Realistically, let's be honest. The only people that's worth the money is such few players. Like we're talking like Yamal's, Mbappe's, etc. Yeah, if we're being really honest, the point is market's inflated. Price go up because of everything that's happened with, and we're gonna talk about that too because he mentioned something about that. The cities, the PSGs, the Chelseas, they all started the madness. Yeah, so now guess what? You have to pay the money. You know who's willing to pay the money? The English clubs. Why? Because so much money is going into that club. You know who else gets so much money going into their club? Oh, FC Bayern München. But we just decide to be cheap. Anyway, let's continue. Bro, the only excuse these men are going to get is the Bundesliga TV money, and that's it. But even then, it doesn't matter because Bayern can make their own money. Pathetic. Pathetic. Anyway, we offered 55 million for Nick Valtemada, while it should go on to 75 million. Now, this one, I'm not going to lie, I can give a little bit of a leeway here because we did pay around 60 million later on then. And guess what? They said, and this is when they wanted 65 million, and the agent and what's his name? Valtemada wanted to compensate and everything with sell-on clause, yada, yada. But unfortunately, guess what? Stuttgart, like the assholes that they are, said 75 million. So they were lying. They were contradicting. The agent called it out, whatever. That's the only thing I'll let you off the hook in. Cool. In the end, he went to Nottingham. Well, he meant Newcastle. Whatever. It is what it is. But the brother's getting old anyway. Yeah. For 90 million. What Newcastle are doing has nothing to do with football. It's like Monopoly these days. Oh, well, we were monopolizing the Bundesliga and everyone was complaining about us. You know what I said? You know what a lot of Bayern fans say? We said, who cares? We are winning trophies. We are winning trophies. Who cares? Generally, who cares? Like about the whole monopolizing thing. Yeah, we were monopolizing Bundesliga. And I mean, you can argue we still are, right? Who cares? We're winning trophies. It's in our trophy count. It's in our cabinet. That's all I care about. As a Bayern fan, that's all I want. Trophies. Generally, that's all I want. Seriously, you can call me Glory Hunter, do whatever you want. But the whole metric of watching this game, yes, it's enjoying, feeling the moment here and there, blah, 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 blah. But when push comes to shove, yeah, you care about winning the trophy. It's not that difficult to understand. Wallahi, it's not that hard to comprehend. And if you can't comprehend that, then God help you all. Allah, seriously, it's just, I don't understand. I genuinely do not understand how certain people think, bro. And this Uli Honeß brother, same thing. Same damn thing. But anyway, I say, is there anything else I need to add to this point, though? Is there anything else I need to add to this point, bro? It's just... Oh, shoot. Wait, where was I? Oh, shoot. No. Wait, where was it? Bro, Uli Honeß, brother. This brother... Okay, I did read that. Wait, where was it? Yeah, I read that. We must not forget that this transfer window... What was the last thing I read? No, criticize. No. Okay. No. Where's the... there was another thing on Jackson too here. But it's the same thing, really. It's the same thing. We must not forget that there's still a chance. Okay. Let's see the stupid excuse that this brother has to give. Let's see the stupid, pathetic excuse. Tal. Anyway, this brother said, yeah, let me make this bigger. Okay. He said, we must not forget that there's still a transfer window in January. Yeah, and are you going to do anything in January? I hope so, because if not, we're finito. We would have enough money for that. We're also getting 3 new signings for free in November: Jamal Musiala, Alphonso Davies, and Hiroki. No. We're supposed to add to these 3 new signings because they are not new signings. They are players that were with us and got injured. Again, another way to cover up the BS. Another way to cover up the BS. Congratulations. That's all you're good at, covering BS. Great. Yeah. Anyway, there's also the young players who have to play. Now, don't get it twisted. I do understand the last bit, the young players having to play. But again, when push comes to shove, are we going to be relying on young players? No, we're not. Now, don't get it twisted. I know we have certain bums like Nabri, who's not consistent. The brother is probably going to lose his purple patch powers at some point, and then we're going to need somebody to step in. Cool, I get it. But let's be honest. If we're having to rely on a kid to have a strong mentality and to have an understanding of what it takes to win, then we're not putting ourselves in a strong position at all. We're just not. We're really not. What are we doing here? Somebody tell me, what are we doing here relying only on children, to actually take us far? We need experience, ya jama'ah. Experience. But we're out here trying to rely on youngsters. Now, don't get it twisted. I think youngsters should be getting minutes. Sure. They should get minutes. You should bring them on to bring impact into the game, blah, 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 blah. And well, maybe they'll turn up if they're on their day and they start picking things up quickly, then whatever. But the thing is, guys, is with these youngster thing, it's very rare that they actually hit the ground running like that. Not everybody is going to be like a Yamal. Yeah. Now everybody is going to be like Mbappe back in 2017. Not everybody's going to be like that. Or Jamal Musiala. And by the way, even Jamal Musiala, for those who actually support and watch this club, even he took time to start being a part of the starting 11. Even he took time. And even he had certain things he had to improve on. 2 seasons ago, I was literally saying he needs to improve his decision-making in the final third. I was saying this. Go check it. I said this. Improving decision-making in the final third. And yes, last season he's starting to improve it. Hopefully it continues moving forward, but God knows what happens with the whole ankle thing, injury situation. The point I'm trying to make is that at the end of the day, we can't be relying too much on the youth. Yes, bring them on, let them have impacts, blah, 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 blah. When the right time is there for us. Now we can't be relying on that throughout the entirety of the season, especially when we're going to have injuries throughout the season. And our medical team ain't in the best of... I don't even know if they're competent, put it that way. I actually don't know. I genuinely do not know. So, yeah, it's just, again, Honeß. This is what I mean, bro. Just walk. I beg. Honeß, please. I'll do anything. Just fucking walk. Walk, bro. Walk. You are not competent enough to do this job. You're just not. You're not that guy. You are not that guy, pal. Seriously. This is what I think of Honeß, man.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
He stinks nowadays, man. Generally. It's just, he's pathetic. He's genuinely pathetic. Brother. Anyway. The drama between him and Lothar Matthäus. Oh, yeah. Is there anything else? What's this? You know what? Let me go through this later, because this one, I want to read the response. Now, When I read this, I was like, wow, this brother, he's absolutely chatting from his ass. Generally speaking. But let's read this. Uli Honeß supports 50+1 and says the club's members don't want investors at the club. Fine. However, can I ask a genuine question here? Why isn't our fans making the best use out of the shares that they purchase? Why? Why are they not making the best use? I'm just saying. But anyway, if our president were to say at our annual general meeting that we would sell shares to Saudi Arabia and there would no longer be 50+1, he would no longer be president 1 minute later. Our members are the ones who decide. Do they though? Do they though? Because lately I've not heard much about the fans having a say. I've not. But maybe that is because you know what it is? I know exactly why. Because the fans haven't done enough. The last time I've seen them protest outside of Sabine-Strasse, and like the training facility of ours, was when Thomas Tuchel was in charge and we were losing 3 matches in a spin. If you guys remember, Leverkusen, Lazio, and Bochum. And they protested and they wanted Matthias de Ligt to play because he wasn't playing at the time. It was Upamecano and Dyer. And Upamecano, again, the fraud, not shocked, got 2 red cards in 2 games. Yeah, Champions League and the Bundesliga. Yeah, respectively. And now, guess what? Now, Tuchel has to start De Ligt. And on top of that, the brother and the management decided, mutual consent, I'm dipping. Thomas Tuchel. Thank God, because he's a donkey. The point is, that was the last time I seen a protest. And that was early 2024. We are now in late 2025. No protests, no nothing. Why? Because they're probably happy with whatever's going on with the club. So, again, 50+1 is not being used to good effect to protecting FC Bayern München now, is it? It really isn't. Now, don't get it twisted. It's nice fans having says and all that. I am a fan. I understand. But why isn't the fans doing enough then? Can anyone tell me? Because one thing I'll tell you about investors, Saudi Arabian investors, hell, forget Saudi, Qatar, Emirat, all them places, United Arab Emirates, Qatar, whatever, right? One thing I'll say about them is they're actually ambitious and they'll do whatever it takes to win. Now, obviously, they're not going to stupidly spend money. Look at Man City. They'll spend, but they're not going to throw in 100 million every single time. No, they're not going to do that, obviously. But they're going to find alternatives. They're going to not spend forever in the saga. Like the Volta thing. I didn't talk about this. We took forever to get this saga. We took forever in the saga. Why? Why did we take forever in the saga? It's either you want to pay the money or you don't. And if you don't, move on. Go find somebody that suits what you're looking for. Or just scout better. Generally, just scout better. Well, why don't you just scout better? Has anyone told me why don't we just scout better then if we're going to move this route? Being cheapskates? Generally speaking. So, yeah, it's just backwards everywhere, in my opinion. It just is. It's just pathetic. No, it's actually pathetic, man. It just is. It just is. Anyway, let's read this piece of news. Or not even news. It's this quote on young players. He says, Leonard Carr is a great player. He's only 17. It's impossible without a coach that gives him game time. Company has promised us that he will bring in a few young players over the course of the season. Sure. But I don't want to be seeing company subbing this guy on late. Knowing company, he'll probably sub him on late. I do not want to see that. If we're going to involve youth, you better sub him on earlier. Start him in some Pokal games. Right? Start him in some meaningless game heading into a Champions League clash. Yeah? Actually give him minutes. Wisdom Mike is part of our squad. Same thing. We could have used Akusi Asare. I don't care if we got Jackson. Jackson can play off the left. Like, has anyone thought of these things? No, because of incompetence again. It's just dumb, bro, guys. It's dumb. By the way, our midfield depth is still not there. So what, are we going to rely on that Santos kid? Tom Bischoff, he's just done his appendix, I believe, surgery. And he's now training and all sorts after a few weeks of rest and everything. Right? Yeah, you have Kimmich, Pavlovic, Goretzka. Not enough cover there. Center backs, I can argue the same thing. Like, I don't know. It's just pathetic. It's genuinely. Anyway. Uli Honeß on rumors of a potential Max Erbel departure. Oh, I'm not even showing the thing. There you go. These are rumors and speculation. At the supervisory board, we have no problem at all with Max Erbel because, of course, we had discussions, but the separation was never a topic. Is he thinking about resigning? That was asked. And then he said, you have to ask him that. Max has had a tough time recently, mainly due to pressure put on him from the outside. No, pressure put on him by you. And to be honest, he needs to do his job better as well. However, when you're putting pressure on the brother to get a player on loan and not for a transfer fee, yeah, no fucking shit. He's not going to do a good enough job. Now, I've said he's made some dumb decisions. I think his execution of transfers is poor. Like, that guy gives away too much. I mean, listen, I get it. You have to do whatever it takes to get the player. However, when it comes to distributing wages, people will say cutting the wage structure. I don't think he's cut it enough, in my opinion. That's just me, right? Like, when you're telling me you're telling me cutting down wage structure, and you're like, and I'm talking for replacement. You're giving Luis Diaz 14 million in full package, and Leroy Sané was about to get 10 million with 5 million add-on, which in full package is 15 million. I don't care if initially it's 10 million. It's still not good enough. Because somehow this brother was going to scumbag his way into the add-ons. So that is still not really lowering wage structure. Well, by 1 million? Hell, at most, what? 4. So if you got 10, most 4 million. Like, come on, what are we doing here, man? What are we doing here? It's pathetic. But big up Lewis in the chat, man. Said, big up, bro. Call out this fraud. Yeah, I'm calling out this fraud, bro. This is pathetic. Yeah? Like, big up Ansar as well. Genuinely speaking, like, why, like, Max Erbel, I genuinely think, I think he deserves to get sacrificed. And what I mean by sacrifice, I mean figuratively and not actually, literally. Like, brother literally deserves to be sacked. He does. He's made dumb decisions. Remember when De Ligt was gone? That was on him. When we didn't get the player in at the Jonathan Tah at the time for 25 mil, whatever, that was on him. Yes, we got him on a free, but we were lucky to get that done. He's made mistakes. Yeah, some of the profiling he's done not good enough. Like for a starting left winger. Hell, the Luis Diaz, you can argue, still not good enough because Rodrigo was right there. Rodrigo was right there, offered to us. Nah. But then in the end, he tried doing something. He tried going for Lookman, but because this brother handicapped. And then apparently now there's more news about how we were going for Anthony. We were going for Milik Fofana, Martinez, to be fair, we were looking at. By the way, he's one of them weird ones. I had a weird feeling it could have gone okay. But even then, it's just, what are we doing? Bro, so don't get it twisted. Max Erbel genuinely deserves this.
Let me tell you something. All right. Let me tell you something.
He does. But So does Uli Honeß. He can join him. Driesen can join him. Fruin, the puppet, can join him. Honest to God. Can all join him. I don't care. Every single one of them could join in the unemployment line. Because I'm sorry, this is pathetic. Disgraceful. And I'm supposed to be out here thinking, you know what? Yeah, this is good enough. Yeah, we're in a position. No, we're not. No, we're not. And until we have a backbone, and we have a willingness to be like, oh, you know what? Yeah, you know what? Maybe if we spend more money rather than going for loan players because we have to worry about our finances, until we do that, yeah, forget about winning the Champions League. Forget it. Forget it. We'll probably win the league. And Pokal if we're even lucky, because I say lucky even though we should win it, because we've not been lucky the past few years. And we've not been lucky because we'd be actually, I'm being too nice to ourselves. No, we've been utterly idiotic. That's what we've been. We've been idiotic. Like every time we play DFB Pokal against a tough team, and we put ourselves in this situation.
Oh my God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm.
What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure?
Stay calm.
Wait.
Everybody calm down.
Even against Wiesbaden until Harry Kane scored in the end. Have you guys not noticed? There's a pattern going on, man. So, need to fix up. Need to fix up. Anyway, what's this? What's his brother gonna say now? What's he gonna say? Uli Honeß. I have a feeling that our coach Christoph Fruin and Max Erbel are working well together. But I didn't even put the thing. But damn it! There you go. Let me read this now, guys. Uli Honeß says, I have a feeling that our coach, Christoph Fruin and Max Erbel are working well together. Karl Rummenigge, Herbert Heiner, and I at the supervisory board would absolutely love to not interfere, but we can't not interfere when we see things going wrong. Brother, the only thing we see going wrong is you. Your existence at the club are the only thing going wrong. Like, mad. Whoa. Now that's crazy stuff. If that's true, I'll be happy and kind of annoyed at the same time, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I'd be happy and kind of annoyed. Happy because obviously I get to go, but annoyed because I still think UK should have got it first. You know my stance. But we'll talk about... I didn't see it. Yo, can you send me the tweet on Discord, bro? Or you actually can't because they deleted it. Shoot, bro, I didn't see it. Sean Rossap. That's interesting. Shit. I guess we'll talk about it later, Jester. We'll talk about it later, Jester. That's mad. No, that's mad. Bro, I'm curious to see if it's going to be in Riyadh or Jeddah, though. I wouldn't be shocked if they put it in Jeddah, because Jeddah have the better stadium, to be fair. They have the King Abdullah Sports City. They could just do it there. I think they'll do if it's WrestleMania, they'll probably do it in Jeddah. Because Jeddah have the stadium. I generally see that. So, yeah. It is one of them, bro. But yeah, listen, guys, back to the Uli Honeß thingy here. Yeah. Justin, we'll talk about that later. Back to this. Yeah. Obviously, he was talking about the feeling about the coach, but I'll read it again. I have a feeling that our coach, Christoph Fruin and Max Erbel, are working well together. Karl-Heinz Rummenigge, Herbert Heiner, and I at the supervisory board would absolutely love not to interfere, but we cannot not interfere when we see something's going wrong. Yeah, but as I was saying, the only thing going wrong is you being in charge. You, my friend, should be sacked. Actually, not sacked, because you can't sack yourself. You need to walk. Walk. Go walk at the park. Go walk out down the street. I don't hell. Go walk in the desert. I don't care. Just get out of the club. You are wreaking everything that's wrong. Bro, you are wreaking this club. That's what you're doing. You're making it reek like piss when it's supposed to be smelling like, I don't know, it's supposed to be smelling like you're in a mansion. Yeah, it's supposed to be smelling like luxury. And you are out here making it smell like a dump with the dumb decision after dumb decision after dumb decision that you keep on making. Khalas, go away. Let somebody better take over the reins. You're not that guy, pal, anymore. You're not. You're not that guy. You're just not. It's as simple as that. It's not that difficult. It really isn't. I actually want to know, how long is this brother going to last at this club? For how long? Bro, I guarantee, bro, I would not be shocked if this guy does what Vince McMahon always wanted to do with WWE. You know what that is? If he tries being in charge until he passes away, which we don't want nobody passing away, by the way. But I wouldn't be shocked if that's what happened. Because this guy loves his job. This guy is willing to do whatever it takes to stay there until this brother dies. He just is. He just is. Like, just go chill in your... You probably have a lovely home in Tegernsee, yeah? Go chill in your home, sit on your couch, watch Bayern play, watch some new breaking news, whatever it is. I don't care. Whether it's CNN, BBC, whatever German news outlet you have in Deutschland. I don't care. Just watch it. Chill at home, drink your coffee, yeah, drink your tea, whatever you enjoy, have some biscuits, and enjoy the rest of your life. Live your life under sunset. It's not that difficult. Send yourself off to the sunset. Because you, my friend, are finito. Masalama. You don't belong here no more. Yeah? What you're doing is, you've built this club back in the day. Yeah, your marketing scheme, your decision-making, it all suited the times then. Then we were successful. Obviously, we had our downfall period, and then you found a way to get us back on top with certain decisions that you made. For example, one time we got back up because he hired Otmar Hitzfeld, and then we became successful again. And then there was a time in the early 2000s, poor. But then Van Gaal came in, boom, success again. And then Jupp Heynckes. And back in the day when we had Jupp Heynckes, he had some wise words after we lost the Champions League final in home soil to Chelsea.
Als wir uns wieder zur neuen Saison zum ersten Training getroffen haben, da habe ich die Mannschaft zusammengeholt und dann habe ich das Signal gegeben, so Leute, ich sage euch, wir gewinnen in dieser Saison alles.
Now, from my understanding, big up Hunter for sending me this. This is basically him saying that we are going to win every single trophy this season. And he said this at the start of the season, I believe in the training, at the locker rooms or dressing rooms at Sabenstrasse. He said this. And guess what happened? We won every single trophy during the 2012-13 season that we could win. The Bundesliga, UEFA Champions League, DFB Pokal. We won 3 trophies, a treble that year. After he said we're winning every single trophy that year. We even won the UEFA Super Cup, guys. UEFA Super Cup against Chelsea. We won that. And I believe we even won the DFL Super Cup too. Oh, but then you know what happened, obviously. Or actually, I don't know. We did not win the DFL Super Cup. We won the Club World Cup. Sorry. We lost. I believe we lost the DFL Super Cup. And that's why we didn't win the Sextuple at the time. Borussia Dortmund. Damn you, Dortmund, man. Damn you, Dortmund. But then again, Borussia Dortmund. My honest question to y'all, though, is back nowadays, who the fuck is Dortmund? Regardless, this is the standard. But we're out here, right, talking about interfering with things when goes... Bro, you are the thing that goes wrong, Yahmar. You are the problem. And I don't think this guy gets it. I don't think this head of supervisory board man get it, bro. He's a fraud. He's genuinely a fraud. Allah Muhammadan Rasulullah. This guy, bro, there's so much to go on it, bro. You know what? At this rate, like, it's just, this guy is, bro. I'm at this rate, I'm gonna get a seizure just reading some of these things, man. This is just pathetic. This is just pathetic. Anyway, let's move on. What's this? Oh, what the? Let's move on. There you go. Uli Honeß on supervisory board supposedly making Max Erbel's job difficult. Oh, yeah. Let's see what he says here. A tough job certainly leads to argument. Kaan Rummenigge and I often argued, but afterward things were always fine. Max is a bit more sensitive in that regard. Yeah, but because you are a fraud, bro. Don't get it twisted. Max Erbel, he is a fraud too. Don't get it twisted. You are the bigger fraud, though. You are the bigger fraud. That's why. One thing is clear. Making transfers at the end of August is never a good idea and always expensive. I wonder why. We'll get to that. I also gave Max this advice. It's better to make transfers in June and July when other clubs haven't really started yet. In the last 2 to 3 weeks, things become difficult. Let me give y'all the honest truth here. You say that, and fine, yes, they become more expensive in the end. But isn't that why we're supposed to get transfer dealings done ahead of time? You just said it. It's better to do them in June and July, right? But what did we do? We took forever to ensure that we get the deal done and over the line. Luis Diaz, we got this brother end of July. End of fucking July. That was the left winger. Nick Voltemada, the beginning of August, if I'm not mistaken, was when we ended the saga. We started the saga, I believe, around the start of the Club World Cup. And that was in what, mid-June? Come on now. Come on now. What are we doing here? Yeah? This is why, when you put yourself in the situation, who cares? Spend the money. Panic, but I don't care. Get somebody through the door. Now, you got Nicholas Jackson. Now, the reason why I'm upset with the Nicholas Jackson one is because Ademela Lukman was there and cheaper. And I mean cheaper as a whole package. But, nope. This brother wants to be overprotective and wants loan towards the end. So, I'm sorry, in this instance, Erbel had every right to be sensitive. He did. And I don't back this guy to be here because he's been a fraud himself. He is the reason why we have Vincent Kompany, by the way. He's the reason. Instead of getting Hansi Flick at the time, he chose Vincent Kompany. And I didn't agree with it because Flick is more experienced. However, when Erbel is trying to buy somebody and it's Lukman being offered and he's willing to take the idea of the offer and he can't and he's limited because of Honeß' stubbornness, it's not a good look. It is not a good look. And this is, by the way, I don't even like the fact I'm defending Erbel to a degree because he should be gone too. But I'm sorry, but when you're making life difficult for somebody, I just can't let that pass. I can't let that pass. Utterly disgraceful. Utterly disgraceful. And you know what? We have more on this. Let's read this. Uli Honeß on disagreement over transfer targets. There's no Max Erbel transfer. Uli Honeß transfer or Kaan Rummenigge transfer. There are only Bayern München transfers. Okay, now at this rate, see, he's trying to cover things up. See, this brother, he's trying his level hardest to cover everything up. And this is why it's just sad. It really is just sad. But you know what? let's read more about transfers. Let's read more. We have more, guys. We have more. By the way, big up Footy Reacts. Yes, slap the likes. I agree. Slap the likes, guys. How many are we on? We are on 11. Big up every single one of you. All right. Now, Honeß on his loan-only policy at the end of the transfer window. There are different opinions. Max would have liked to buy, but we supervisory board have to pay attention to our financial situation. Oh, wait, okay, there you go. That's as important as sporting success. See, this is my problem with this, brother. You have Barcelona as the best example of what happens when you only buy, and then end up with debts of 1.2 billion and can't do anything. Let me just address something here. You see, this guy, don't get it twisted. I'm not shocked that he mentioned Barcelona because Barcelona, let's be honest, they are in a situation in which they have to pay off their debts. They have to do whatever levers they have to do. Hell, at one point, they even had weddings in their ground, selling grass and all that stuff. That's enough said. So I'm not shocked that he mentioned this because also, as well, another thing, Oliver Kahn did mention something about this as well into why they were moving to somewhat of a level of what Honeß is moving like right now. However, here is the thing. Barcelona are in a better position than us. That's the mad thing. They are in a better position than us regardless because they have youth academies to rely on. Whereas with us, we don't. Now, I also do have to say with Barcelona, they have talented young players and they have Hansi Flick, who we should have had. We should have gotten Hansi Flick. They have him. So now they have a mental edge as well on top of that. We don't have that. We have Vincent Kompany, who's learning on the job. And this is why we are in this situation. So when you talk about FC Barcelona, just remember where we are. And this is why we need to keep up with the times. Because unlike them, in which La Liga is restricting them, they have debts to pay, yada, 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 yada. We are in the Bundesliga in which money is distributed to us very nicely. We have hella merchandise sales, fan membership sales, etc. Because of all this, we have enough money to be spending, but we do not spend the money. Capiche? Understand? Do you guys understand what I'm saying? Hopefully. Because it's Honeß is just, it's just what is this? Honeß asked whether he just doesn't want to let go and retire. This is gonna be a good one. We're gonna be here for some good time. Hey, we're going to be here for some good time. But my thoughts is, Honeß, you know what's up. I've been saying this for like a good hour now.
You're finished. You're finished. Wallahi, you're finished. Wallahi, you're finished.
You're finished. But anyway, let's see what this brother has to say. Honeß asked whether he just does not want to let go and retire for good. He says that he would like to enjoy his retirement, but if something isn't going well, then he feels he has to interfere. No, you don't. No, you don't. As I said, no, you don't. Because you don't have the capacity to do this anymore. You just don't. You again, go home, chill on your couch, drink your coffee or tea, whatever it is, and just enjoy the rest of your life. Simple as that. Simple as that. Now, I want to talk about somebody here. He's doing a good job at Frankfurt, to be fair, Eintracht Frankfurt. And that's why Frankfurt are on the up in Germany. I actually think they're going to be our contenders this season. This season, mark my words, they're going to be our contenders. Because the scouting, the selling that they're doing, and all that stuff. And then here's another thing. Their manager, Tuchmuller, Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Let's read this. And this man plays a big role, by the way. Marcus Roche. Uli Honeß on him. And reports that he wants to work with freedom unlike at FC Bayern. Now we're talking. Marcus Roche, is doing a great job in Frankfurt, but nobody believes that he's the only one who has a say in 80 to 90 million transfers. The media wants people to believe that things are different at Bayern. The only difference is that everything we do is immediately reported everywhere. In Frankfurt, they can work in peace. Yeah, I wonder why it's reported everywhere. You want to know why? Because we are the biggest club in Germany. You absolute fraud. So, of course, it's going to be reported. It just is. And by the way, certain things in Frankfurt are being reported. They are. Build, kicker. They do report stuff. Yes, they report more on Bayern, but there's things that's reported in Frankfurt. And Coach, by the way, he's making Frankfurt a lot of profit. A lot of profit. Like, again, this is one of them things in which Uli Honeß likes to cover up every single thing. Why does he do this? Why the like? Just go away. Just go away. Honestly, but anyway, honest to God, just go, bro. You don't belong here, bro. Like, seriously. And then look at his arrogance. Look, man saying, look, Honeß on Koshe Bayern links. We don't have a need for him at the moment. God's with you. God, bro. Honestly, bro, I wish him the best of luck in his future endeavors, bro. Because this brother, I mean, he's going to need all the luck in the world. He really is. Bro, this guy, bro, my brain's going to get damaged just reading everything from this guy. Honestly, it just is. It just is. But anyway, so what's this one? Oh, you'll be actively. Oh, this one. Speaking of, let's read this. Honeß and how long he will still be actively involved at Bayern. Firstly, I'm elected to the supervisory board. And secondly, if anyone there says they don't want me anymore, I'll be gone. The moment we have the right people in the right positions, Kaz Umenegana will step down. Bro, just step down from now. Step down from now and let your rival Mateus go in there, because that guy has more balls than you. I'll be honest. He has more balls to speak than you, and he has an understanding of what it takes to keep up in today's generation of football. But I'm gonna talk about one more thing, and I tried to leave this like best for last, because it's actually pathetic, man. It's when I read such things from Honeß and I read from Mateus, and I'm like, you know what, Mateus, you're better off just replacing him. You just are. But let's talk about this. And by the way, this statement actually annoyed me, because he mentioned why money is being flowed around. Now, I did talk about this earlier a little bit, but I guess we're going to have to talk about it again. Now, he says, and I quote, about the whole Lothar Matthäus having predicted correctly that Nick Woltemade would cost 80 to 100 million. Oh, what do you know? He said he was just lucky. No, it's called having common sense. Well, okay. Woltemade isn't worth 90 million. Now, I understand he isn't worth 90 million. I understand. In retrospect, he's not. But in today's day and age, you have to spend the money. That only happened because of the money flowing from Saudi Arabia. So I want to ask Uli Honeß a genuine question. As a Saudi guy, you see I have a flag right there, right? When you say money flowing from Saudi Arabia, like, did the money spending start from a Saudi club? Did it start from them, or did it start from a Russian-owned club called Chelsea Football Club? Or did it start from Emirati or Abu Dhabi-owned club called Man City? Or did it start from a Qatari-owned one, Paris Saint-Germain? Actually, in my opinion, I think it started from PSG. It started from PSG because the Neymar transfer from Barcelona to PSG, if you remember, 222 million. I think that was like a release clause or something. PSG paid it off. The moment PSG paid it off, money flowed around like crazy. Ma'asalama. The market inflated. It doesn't matter how bad you are, how good you are, it doesn't matter. Clubs are now valuing players for so much because Neymar was valued for so much with Barcelona to PSG. And then you obviously see their transfers, going around, which is why Liverpool did what they had to do, break the bank, for Florian Wirtz and Isak. Hell, they even did it with Ekitike. They did it with Ekitike, brothers. Bro, you see what I'm saying? And we are out here acting cheap. What are we doing, guys? What are we doing? Like, this is why it doesn't make sense when he says Saudi Arabia. Because I understand Saudi League, we approach the player, we offer them the bag, they see the bag, they're like, yeah, I want to go to Saudi. I get it. I understand. But even then, and with some players, they even get TV rights, whatever deals. Okay. But even then, that's not the point. The point is, you said Saudi started. Saudi only started approaching players with bags in 2023. This PSG thing I mentioned earlier was around 17, sorry. You know how many years apart that is? Like, does Uli Honeß think? Does he actually think? But you know what? The only way I'm willing to try to understand him, which I really don't, is if he is thinking in a perspective of like Newcastle United being owned by the PIF. That's the only way I'm willing to understand, because obviously the Saudi-owned club, Newcastle, bought Voltemada when they were desperate. One thing about Newcastle United, and I'm going to give them credit for this, they got rejected as well so many times. Hell, Liverpool took their player and their target, and they still got Voltemada instead of us. Why? Because they were willing to spend the money. It's all good having money. Now spend the money. We have the money, but we don't spend the money. Now, if we're not going to spend the money on Voltemada, okay, move elsewhere. Honeß is just a pain, man. He is genuinely a pain. This is why Lothar Matthäus was calling him out after the Jackson thing. This is why. Because it's just dumb. It's just actually stupid. Everything, how it's gone down and all. It's just... Anyway, there's more on Lothar Matthäus and Uli Honeß here. Now this one... Oh, this is long. But let's go through this. Now, this is probably going to be explaining things in detail. Uli Honeß on Lothar Matthäus at Sport Doppelpass today. He said, we met at the women's game yesterday and shook hands. Otherwise, we have a little to say to each other because he hasn't gone back on his senses yet, referring to when he said Matthäus was out of his mind about the Voltemada price tag. Now, okay. That's just okay, whatever. Fine. Now, Matthäus responds and he says, I feel sorry for you, Uli, when he presents himself like this to the public, in the public. His personal attacks haven't bothered me for a long time. I have the feeling he's not happy with himself and many of his decisions in recent years. I don't want to comment on him anymore. He's always easy to provoke. I can't understand his statements, People from FC Bayern contacted me and apologized for Uli's embarrassing statements. Well, this is Matthias. Bayern Don, by the way. One of our legendary midfielders. Shame he never won a Champions League with us. But, hey, this happens when you choke in 99. But the point is, bro, it's just... Uli Honeß is embarrassing himself. Bro, he even said, keep up with the times or scout better. And he done none of that. So, as far as I am concerned, he's just pathetic, Uli Honeß. He's just pathetic. If it was up to me, Matthias, the stuff that he's been saying, and some people say he's out of his mind, he at least understands what it takes to win. At least he understands what it takes in 2025 to be winning big trophies. That's one thing I appreciate about Lothar Matthäus, is the mentality and the standards still there. The willingness to adapt to today's society and the game. And don't get it twisted, I understand. People want to stick to the past, and there are certain values that you have to stick to. That's from the past. I agree 100%. I'd speak out on certain things that should stay. That's from the past. However, there are changes that's being made, and there's too much of it being made to the point that sometimes you have to adapt. And if you can't adapt, then guess what? You're going to perish. It's that simple. But, yeah, let me know what you guys' thoughts are. I think that's enough for me, man. I'm going to end the stream here. Who can I redirect to? It's 12 likes. Big up to every single one of you, man. But, yeah, that's my thoughts on everything in this stream. And, yeah, expect some of these pieces of news to become videos. I will start posting more videos because I feel like that's something I'm missing on the channel. More videos on Bayern and all that stuff. So we will do that. Guys, I'm going to be redirecting to... Who should I redirect to? You know what? Let's redirect to... Is he still... Oh, shoot. Let's redirect to Mike's. Amar was going to redirect him. I may as well redirect him, to be fair. I'll redirect to Mike's if he's still live. If he's still live, we're redirecting to Mike's. Mike's. Is Mike still live? Mike's. Wait. GVO Mike's. Is he still live? Yep, we're redirecting to Mike's. Guys, when we get there, you know exactly what to do. Subscribe, press alarm bells for future content notifications, like, comment your way, go check socials, and inshallah you're well wherever you may be. Until then, guys, take care. And I'm going to send you off again with a saying of the great Jupp Heynckes. Take care, see you later.
Als wir uns wieder zur neuen Saison zum ersten Training getroffen haben, da habe ich die Mannschaft zusammengeholt und dann habe ich das Signal gegeben, so Leute, ich sage euch, wir gewinnen in dieser Saison alles.
A las mías son mías.